I just want to make sure when it plays back that it looks like like an interview. Got my fur coat on from my friend who left it here. It's a sweater. So
cool.
Let me just practice. Like, do you want to practice like for 15 minutes here and you'll pretend like I'm interviewing you?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to interview you and ask you my questions and really get down and dirty and tell our audience, my audience, what it takes to build a coaching practice. So welcome.
Sorry about that. My mother just called. No worries. I just got rid of her.
Gotta love our moms.
I do. I love my mother. She's driving me insane, but I love her.
Okay, so I'm just going to get straight to the point here. I want to know what it really took you to build your online coaching business. Like, how did you get your very first client? How much did you charge them? And how did you find them?
Okay, well, the first question is, how did I start it? Is that the first question?
Like, how'd you get your first paying client?
Oh, okay. Actually, my husband referred me my first paying client because he had a patient in his office that was having like a meltdown and a transition in his work. And so my husband said to him, hey, my wife, she just got certified as a coach, and this is something that she can help you with. So you should talk to her. Maybe you can do a little meditation, do a little massage, do a little yoga, combination talk. So he liked that idea because my husband kind of sold him on it.
Awesome. So when your husband referred him to you, then did you have a package that you sold him, or was it like a one session fee, or how did that transaction go? Because I know when we're starting, it's really hard to ask for money.
Yeah, right. So lucky for me, I had this great coach that helped me set up my actual offer in 17 Hats, which 17 Hats is a great tool, an email tool to set up like a back office that like this is what the offer is. You send out the email, you send out the contract, you tell them how much it's going to cost, and then basically that's what we did. And he received the email and he appreciated that. He was a little bit caught back, like, oh my God, that sounds like a lot of money. But then when he came in and he actually received the service, he really loved it and was blown away. And, that's the rest of the story.
So how much did you charge him? So it was one session that he came in to kind of see if he liked your service or not?
Right. It was one session, which was a combination coaching, meditation, and massage. And I charged him $275.
Awesome.
It was great.
And so how long was that session? Was it like an hour? Was it 2 hours?
Actually, it was about 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So $125 an hour, that's not too bad for a new client.
Yeah, I thought it was really great. Introduction fee. It was high enough that I think that it honored my expertise with my, other business, which has been massage, yoga, and all that. Yes, I'm a new coach, but I have actually been coaching and guiding people all along, just not in the exact pretense of saying I'm a coach.
Yeah, because you are a coach, but so often we don't even realize what we do is coaching. And
right.
So that's great. So then how did you get your next client? Did you get a referral from him? Did you kind of put like a marketing strategy into place? Like what did you do to keep that momentum?
Well, the second thing I did was I actually sent out an email to all of my clients introducing them to my new service, my coaching services. Again, we used 17 Hats for this email organization because I have a great coach and she really knows how to set these things up properly. So we had the right, I also had an assistant at the time. I don't have her now. Right now, I'm actually looking for another assistant to like take the picture and take the whole email into the body and just like send it out to everybody saying, hey, this is what I'm doing now. I'm still going to, do holistic healing with the massage, the yoga, but it's an additional service that I'm sending out to you. I really want you to understand that you're not just coming in for a massage. It was worded really properly. I'm kind of not giving you the exact words, but basically it was worded so people knew that I was there to serve them still, but I'm also, if people are interested, offering another service, and how that service was going to basically help them feel better more often in their body, because now we were connecting the mind with the body with the coaching component.
So you kind of have like a little coming out party. Like,
yeah,
here's what I do and how I can help you.
Right. I did a launch. Yeah.
And what feedback did you get from that? Like, was it encouraging? Was it discouraging? Did you get another?
Well, it was interesting because like when people would come in, they'd say, I would actually ask them, I'd be like, so did you get the email? And they'd be like, yeah, I did. It was really interesting. So are you not going to do massage? It's almost like some people didn't read it. Or they kind of perused it a little bit and they were like, so are you still going to do massage? They were a little bit kind of almost like worried that I was kind of deserting them. And then I reassured them, of course, that yes, I'm definitely going to be able to do what they want, depending on what their needs are. But that basically what I did in their response was be really super excited to be like, of course I'm going to like massage you still. And definitely we're going to, get your body feeling good. But now what's really exciting is I have these other tools that I want to integrate in our session if you're open to them. So your session's going to be a little longer. And they were like curious. So then now they were curious, like, oh, tell me more. So I think it helped me start the conversation with my clients about the new service. So I think that's mostly what that email did for me.
I love it. So yeah, it just kind of set the expectations of here's what I'm doing now and how I can help you. And then it opened that conversation, because that's like one of the hardest parts is how do you start that conversation with someone like, I can help you, but hey, get my email, and then boom, it just started from there. So that's fantastic. So what would be your biggest piece of advice to new online entrepreneurs, specifically coaches, who are feeling really discouraged about how long it's taking to find their first client or their next client or get their practice going? What's the best advice you have for them?
Well, I would say that you really need to get your mindset in order. So I think just working on your own mindset of like exactly what you get excited about that you can help somebody else with. So for me, because my background is in mindfulness practice, working with the mind, with meditation, and being able to really heal somebody by touching them and teaching them how to get into a yoga pose, or teaching them how to use a foam roller, or just basically helping them learn like how they can even just tap into anything. And that would be basically for me, because I did this myself, so I feel confident that I can talk about it, is teach people how to journal and write things down and be kind of like with their own minds so they can actually just stop and think. So I think that as a coach, when you're starting out, really think about your mindset and how you think. And also, pay attention to your story, that you're telling yourself that you are being a certain way and you're talking about something and teaching about something, and also hear that inner voice. Sometimes we have that inner voice, kind of inner critic, that says, what are you thinking? Like almost like a limiting belief. Like, what are you thinking? Why do you think people are going to start shifting all of a sudden now to see you as somebody, as their teacher, their guide, with something else other than their body? So I really had to work with my mind, my mindset, in practicing with myself and with my coach about how I was going to approach my clients. So I think that is really key, is working with your mindset, working with your limiting belief system. What is your story that you're telling yourself? Because if you're telling yourself a story that, this isn't going to work because of XYZ, it's not going to work. So you've got to really wrap it around your head saying, you know what? I need to practice doing this with other people for free, maybe initially. So then that way there's no pressure of being so like perfect. That's another thing too, is like, you are not going to be perfect. You are going to make mistakes when you're first out there. You're going to probably not get the right client in the beginning because you're just kind of getting your feet wet. You need to know that you're just you're a baby. You're basically a baby, and you're learning how to be authentically you, so you can help other people aspire to, achieve their own particular goals or dreams, or maybe they just want to have a better relationship with their minds, or just, really be less tense in their bodies. And maybe it's just a simple meditation, coaching session, and that's all they really need, and not be all hooked in to your own agenda and your own outcome of like what you want that person to have or be or do.
So I'm hearing like, be present with yourself and your thoughts and the people that you talk to. Be yourself, get out of your own way, because I know those voices in your head. I listened to a podcast on Lewis Howes he interviewed Lisa Nichols, and she told a story about bankrupting her story. And it was just almost like, the skies had parted for me, because wow, like, take your story and bankrupt it and rewrite yourself a new one, was her message. And I think that's what you're saying here too, is really be careful of what's going on in between your two ears, and make them support you so that you can get out there and do your business.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I think also too is really visualizing that actual coaching session with the person that you are probably going to be coaching. Like, do a little visualization with your own mind before you even meet with the person that you're going to be coaching, and kind of visualize. Don't even get in your head about what you're going to say. Visualize and feel the feeling of light and love that you're sending to that person, and how that person's going to just be open and receiving what you have to give. And they're going to be totally, almost like, picture in your mind like their expression in their face. It's like they're going to be like, oh my God, I want more of this. I'm like in love with you. Tell me more. You know what I mean? You kind of picture the person's face and they just can't get enough of you.
Like me, I can't get enough of you. Feel the feeling. I love that. So we're going to wrap it up here. We're at the top of the hour, but I do want you to let people know, how can they find you?
Okay, great. So I am Julian Method. It's julianmethod.com, or you can also get a couple of free guided body scans. I have a guided body scan, and that is also on my website. Or you can opt in on my business site on Facebook, Michele Julian Writer. If you put that in Facebook, you can also get my Joy Map Challenge for 10 days, which actually helps you and guides you and challenges you in creating more joy in your life And it's all about the mindset and working with the mind. And the whole theme is joy, because we all need more joy and love in our lives.
Absolutely. And I know you are a little angel put here on earth to help do that, because I always feel so much joy when I'm around you, and I can't wait to come visit you again this summer.
Well, I feel the same with you, Julia. You're awesome. Your light and authentic sharing that you do on Facebook, whether you're writing or whether you're YouTubing or live streaming on Facebook, you're authentically you. You're not afraid of other people making judgments on you. You're just being you. And I think that's what's going to be your success, is people are going to be attracted to the realness of you. Like when you were talking about, your computer crashing, admitting that, you didn't back up your computer. I mean, people judge themselves so harshly that they would never want to share that. Like, I know for me, like, I'm not embarrassed to say that I actually had to file Chapter 13. I went bankrupt. But you know what? I'm still in business. I own a condominium. I have an amazing relationship. I have 2 houses, actually 3 houses. So you know what? You have to let go of being superwoman and perfect when you're actually out there in the coaching world, because, we're all just human.
We are. Well, thank you so much for letting me interview you today. And I'll see you online.
Okay, great. Thanks for having me. I love you.
You're welcome. Love you too. Bye.
Kisses. Bye.